think the main three ways that businesses can avoid getting in disputes are, first of all, to make sure their documents are right in the first place. In other words, don't enter into a transaction until you've actually got the documentation which sets out what you're agreeing to do. The second thing, I think, is to effectively make sure that if there are any discussions between the parties, they should keep a note of them and confirm them by either email or text message, etc., because the number of times we as mediators see disputes as to who said what to whom is amazing, and if you can avoid that, you're halfway there. The last thing is not so much avoiding a dispute, but ending a dispute, which is learn when to cut your losses. At some stage you just might say, well, enough's enough, I'm prepared to lose X amount of dollars, and after that we're just going to leave.
Well, perhaps even before we get into the issue of avoiding disputes, and it's a comment which I've heard before which has resonated with me, small business people should ask themselves, do I trust the person that I'm about to get into business with? Do I respect them? Do I like them? Once they've got over that obstacle, then clear and effective communication is critical and paramount. And what I mean by that, if the parties are meeting together over a coffee or whatever it might be to discuss the agreement they're about to enter into, always go back and then confirm what's been discussed so it won't be suggested it was represented to you falsely. Ultimately, however, when that agreement is finalised, handshake agreements usually don't work. It should be a formal document which dots all the I's, crosses all the T's, and leaves the parties with no uncertainty as to what's been agreed between them. And I would also suggest as a third recommendation that there's always a dispute resolution mechanism within that agreement which states what happens if there is a dispute.